What's good, y'all? This is the Do You For You podcast. Today, I'm your host, Signif, and niko na Tracy hapa. Sinaweza salimia watu.
Hi guys, my name is Tracy Njuguna and welcome to another episode of Do You For You podcast.
Yeah, today I thought we should continue with the how did we get here? Because I felt like I was also supposed to do my part and tell people how did we get here in terms of my own perspective. So how did I get here? It has been a long journey. I can put that journey in a time frame of 4 years. Ever since nilitoka high school 2020. Hata ulitoka 2020, si ndio? Yeah, so from 2020 it has been a roller coaster, guys. Manze, if you know me, it has been a roller coaster, and all I can say is finally I've gotten here.
What really happened?
Okay, so choosing my degree wasn't something I did from heart. I was the kind of guy who would just do things for the sake of doing them. So hata kutoka nikuwe to high school, kutoka nimaliza high school, I was that guy who's in life to whatever comes, let it come. I don't know what my next step is. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. And I was literally living a day at a time. And before I got my KCSE results, I was like, what do I really want in life? What do I like? So hapo nilikuwa nishaanza kuproduce mangoma. In fact, on the last closing day, like kuna na closing day, and the other forms close, alafu nabaki ni peke yenu. So kuna this big event, and I remember kuna bit I made. There's a bit I made during the holidays, and then I sent it to one of my guys, and they just made a song and they performed it on that closing day, and that was my first song to ever be recorded as a music producer. So I didn't have the career path of music production in mind, because I didn't see what was ahead. Or I had the energy to work. I had the inspiration to do music production, but I didn't see it as a career option. So instead of choosing a degree that I liked, I decided to choose something that I would manage, or something that I would go through with and finish without pressure, without why am I doing this? Yale tu kitu naweza flow nayo. So I chose something with IT. I was actually going to choose computer science, but I settled for BBIT. And my dad was advising me to do law because my dad is a lawyer, or because he wants me to work in his farm and stuff. But I just felt law needs someone with, like, you just need to be born a lawyer for you to become a lawyer. Yeah. And I wanted to do it. I had the will, self-will, like, I can do law. But ikifika kwa ground, I'm like, I can't even stand in front of a judge, manzi, and tell him, it's just too much for me. So that's what I saw in law. I saw that this was too much and senior manage. So basically that was the first time the engine rolled, or the car began to start, or the journey started. That was where the journey started. We've chosen that degree. And from there, kind of ronga, maisha ya Rongai. Wow.
How was it?
If you were to give me $1 million today, option unipe 1 million, ama nirudie hiyo experience yote nimekuwa nayo Rongai. Just going through that experience.
Utachukua ama utachukua?
I will take that experience because that experience was so good.
How was it? Ilikuwaje vizuri hivyo?
It was so good because that was when I discovered that it's like discovering your sixth sense or something. So nakumbuka I never used to listen to reggae at all. I never even understood it. So the first semester nilikuwa tu nimechill. So mtu akiingia campus, you create new stuff, you create new Gmails, new what. You're like experiencing new things. You have a new phone, you have a new laptop. You're literally brand new. So nikaeka Spotify. And I remember every night after kublaze, I also started blazing in Rongai. So after kublaze, I would just sleep in my bed, listen to reggae non-stop until I doze. And I did that for like the whole semester. And during that process, I actually created a playlist. You can find it in my artist page. It has more than 500 reggae songs. And those are the songs that opened up my mind. Because I wasn't just listening. I was literally hearing everything, every component in the music. The guitar, mostly the drums, because reggae has this vibe. It transitions from one, like the song is a journey. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's what I learned. And after learning that, it like unlocked a sixth sense kizungu si yetu, a sixth sense in my mind. So I just started making better music. In terms of production, I understood what I was supposed to put in my music, even as I was doing it. You see, before then, I was just putting sounds like, it's like a kid trying to build a house. The kid doesn't know what he's building, as long as just the house goes up, you know? So at least this time, I was able to understand what I was doing as I was doing it. So, and that's where my journey really began. And from that time, I can say it has been just ups and downs. There are good days, there are days. There's a time singekosa mzinga, like in a day singekosa kukunywa. I just had a mzinga in my hostel and stuff. By the end of the semester, kuna collection ya machupa.
Hey. What do people do that? Mbona tufanya hivyo?
Unaweza wezi fanya hivyo kwa unanunua machrome.
Unaweza kuchongoa watu wa chrome.
Haitaka pleasing manze. Unaona uko na grants mahali. Yani, I was the variety guy. I used to drink everything. Grants. From grants to General Makins. When you're wanajua pombe. Hiyo range. From grants to General Makins. Nilikuwa nakunywa hizo zote. General Makins is like the bottom of the food chain when it comes to alcohol. Yeah, so I was that guy, you know. Wewe tu ukikuja kwa pita wezi kosa pombe, wezi kosa bangi. That's how it was. And I didn't see it as a problem. until the fateful day. I remember that day. I'll never forget it. I think it was May or March 3rd, 2023, last year. And yeah, it happened, but I'm not ashamed of it. I went to Mathare, and it was an outcome.
You went to Mathare?
Yeah.
You went to Mathare? Mathare kudu?
Kwani mtu anaenda Mathare kufanya nini?
Si watu wa michizi ndio. That's new.
Exactly. That's how bad it was.
Mathare?
Yeah.
Mathare wapi?
Mathare, level 6.
Oh, you went to Mathare Hospital.
Exactly.
Okay.
Kwani wewe unajua Mathare gani?
I know the place, the town, it's called Mathare. But yeah, Mathare. When you say Mathare, mtu anasema.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Mathare is also a town, yeah. No, I went to hospital.
The
Mathare hospital, yeah. And story ya Mathare ni hiyo nitawapigia siku.
Nani alikupeleka Mathare? Mom.
Yeah, it was my mom.
Yeah.
It was actually my mom and my brother's dad.
Miss Juliana Mathare, that's new.
Yeah, so
hey, Juliana Mathare. You tell us the experience at Mathare. Ilikuwa aje?
I want to tell you that in another episode. That's how bad it was.
Please tell us. Yeah, just
okay.
Share. What happened in Mathare?
The first time wasn't bad. The first time I was admitted as an outpatient.
As
outpatient.
Outpatient,
yeah. Yani, I was so disconnected from reality. There's a time. So hiyo siku like tukiwa kwa hosi. So tukingoja kuadmitiwa. It's actually a really hectic process to be admitted in Mathare. So nikingojea kuadmitiwa. Wallahi, they have to make sure you're mad. They have to make sure you're mad.
How do they make sure you're mad? How do they do it?
You just know, like you can't be admitted just like that. You can't just come and get admitted. So basically, the admission bay, it's like a U-shape. So kuna place ya cashier, kuna place ya daktari, there's a place you have to go before you do all that process. Na zote zimelabeliwa, alafu you're categorized. For example, I think I was M1. So you have to like come on Thursdays. If you come on Wednesday, you cannot be. There's a system, a whole system.
For mad patients.
It's actually a coded system. So
you've ever been mad? Jumenda Mathare?
I wasn't mad. I was just disconnected from reality.
You went to Mathare. Shikwa wazimu. Ushafika hapo. Endelea. Jipeleka Mathare ni serious, by the way. But it looks like a fun experience. Like, how are things there? How do patients act?
Yeah, that's what I'm actually trying to tell you. So the first time I was admitted as an outpatient, so I didn't know what was going on inside the hospital.
Oh.
Yeah. Until now, the second time when I relapsed again.
You went to the
kuna hiyo ribbon kwa nakutopia, I went back.
I know you went no, I don't remember that, and I remember you went to this place over here.
Wachana na hiyo. Now before that, like this year, January.
Yeah.
I relapsed last year. Last year,
this
like
is so funny,
6 months before mwaka ishe.
Peter ameenda Mathare twice. Na nasema yesi wazimu. So, the probability of something happening the third time is that they happened twice.
I've been actually to rehab 3 times.
Hey, crazy.
The third time I went to a good rehab. So the second time I was admitted as an inpatient.
So how are things?
Now, as an inpatient, nilikuwa umeenda committee. Like, things are bad.
Committee looks better.
Whoa!
Committee inakaa better, actually.
No, both those two are institutions.
For? Kamiti si ya polisi. Si
Those two are institutions.
Si wezi or those.
But they're still institutions owned by the government. So there's a system.
Hey.
Yeah, there's actually a system inside both those two. So the system in Mathare is just rigged. I remember I was admitted for 1 week, and within that week I was beaten. I made the best friends ever in life. I saw everything. Yani within 1 week my life just changed.
How do people act in Mathare? Mbona ulipigwa? What happened? Ama unapigwa tu wanakukuja na kupiga?
Just beat you.
Crazy.
Like I was beaten until I nose bled. Vile waliona na nose bleed ndio wakacha kunipiga.
How do they look? Normal
Those
people?
people, just normal people. Nyawasi wanaishi kwa hizo place. Ziko hapo karibu. As in that's how bad it is, you know. If you do something bad, there's no one there to tell you, hey, check it, bro. Mbona unafanya hii kitu? Okay, yeah, there's someone who will warn you.
The good guys. Kuna good guys.
I was the good guy who was getting beaten. Yeah, so technically there are people with good hearts. They'll just warn you. They'll just tell you, check it, bro, fanya hivi. Na sikwambii tena.
Vitu gani?
You get it now.
What exactly are you doing over there?
So
tuambie program ya huko. How's the program?
It's just a normal program. Like you wake up, you have to take a shower. Everybody has to take a shower. So kitambo, I've heard stories kitambo that there wasn't like enough drainage in the area, so people used to use buckets. But right now the area is really developed.
Yeah, Mathare kuna shower.
Yeah.
Hey.
Mathare really looks
better.
Yeah, better. So asubuhi
when you tell me Mathare unajua nafikiria nini?
Najua unafikiria so many bad things, but imagine there are people who are really good in that place. That's why I'm telling you, within 1 week my life was changed. And unaamka asubuhi.
Kuna mama alikupeleka Mathare lakini shwali.
Sijui aliambia ndo the best option.
Anafuta.
See, the best option for the situation.
Okay.
Because I was disconnected from reality kabisa. Like, yeah, ungesema nimechizi, but in my mind I was disconnected.
How was it? As in, how disconnected? What do you mean?
I was delusional, bro. Like, I was hallucinating. I think my weed was laced or something, but I'm not sure. But it just reached that point. Umetumia too much. You've used too much. Like umefika max.
Okay.
Yeah, so vile nilifika hapo, I had that mental breakdown. Alafu plus, you know, this shit just doesn't happen. In life, people have ups and downs. So my childhood wasn't that perfect. And there are a lot of bad things that happened in my childhood.
You want to talk about them?
Huh?
What really happened in your childhood?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about them, but they happen. And you can't change it. That's why I'm not saying that's why people go, but the process I went through from childhood to adulthood was a fully incorporated process. It wasn't just the basic, you know, circumcision or stuff.
Okay.
It was like they're teaching you how to own your shit, how to become a responsible person, how to actually become an adult. So actually, that process actually changed me. Ilifanyika class 8. There are people who have it earlier. There are people who have it after they're born. There are people who even don't have it. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want. But I took that process as a way to reclaim myself.
Reclaim yourself.
Yeah, so I literally just washed everything away that happened in my childhood and threw it. So what happened in Rongai, every shit, all that bullshit that happened in my childhood came back to me. That's why I'm saying I was disconnected from reality, because I was like, I'm afraid. All those fears I had as a child, imagine the things you used to be afraid of as a child, now you're afraid of them right now. So yeah, it just came back to me, and at the time I was still using drugs, and that's not a great combination. Yeah, so people thought I was mad.
After Mathare, the second relapse, what happened?
The second relapse, now people wake up, have a shower. After shower, take porridge. After porridge, during that
energy
time,
giving.
Alafu uzi unasaviwa kwa bowl, like you don't even know how many cups of porridge. Tunakunywa mpaka ushibe.
Hey, that's nice.
It's nice. Yani in a day you're fed 5 times.
Hey, 5.
Asubuhi unakunywa uji. Alafu there's a common area where kuna TV, there are chairs. People can just chill there, but there's a kingpin. There's we used to call him the Kinara or prefect or whatever. So this is a guy who can kila mtu hapa amechizi.
Hata kingpin.
Hata kingpin. Because a kingpin ndio mpa. If I get that guy, I might actually host him on one episode.
Okay.
That guy is such a vibe. So this guy was like the prefect, and he was actually admitted more than 4 times. He's actually been there.
More than 4 times.
He's a commoner there. Yani, when he gets out, he knows he can be back there anytime. So this made him the prefect of some sort, or the head. You know, like if you're in prison, there's that guy who's serving life sentence. You know, he'll always be there. And he has just done worse things than all of you. Somebody was like 10 people. And he's serving like sentence. So like that guy is just the kingpin. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so this guy was the kingpin because his condition was just untreatable. Like this guy amechizi ile constant, anakuwa tu amechizi constant. So but if you see him, he's a normal guy. So this guy used to control us in some sort of way, because the workers there, they can't just tell you to do shit, because you're not normal, first of all. So if I tell you to do stuff and you refuse, what will I do?
I'll beat you up.
Yeah, so that was the logic. And after Uji, tunachila hapo, I think we used to take our meds. Everybody used to take medicine, I think.
How does it look like? Like the meds?
Basically, they're just antidepressants.
So you're telling me people who are like cheesy or ni depressed people?
Very depressed.
Oh, crazy.
So most of this medicine, their purpose is just antidepressant. That's the main purpose of these medicines. So yeah, we take our pills. After that, there's a time for just chilling, you know, people just chill. There's like a field there. You can just walk, lay in the grass, do your shit. And you're just free the whole day. So after like 2 or 1 hour, we take tea and bread. Yeah, tea and bread. That tea is so sweet. I didn't even sikuwa naamini niko Mathare. Like hapo nilikuwa naelewa why people used to come there. Like people watu wanatoka, unadischargiwa, like anybody will still find a way to come back.
Inka home.
It's like
They're
a
treating
home.
you nicely. By the way.
If you fed 5 times a day, you have a good bed. Although some people used to, it depends on where you slept. There's some people who slept on the floor. Like me, I slept on the floor for the whole week because there wasn't space.
Mko wengi hivyo.
Tuko wengi. Yeah, so I had to sleep on the floor. Otherwise, ungelala wapi. Yeah, so basically after tea and bread, there's a lunch.
What's for lunch?
Imagine the days even you're given meat.
Hi, in Mathare gani?
Mathare is good.
Ama Mathare si kaka miti. Mathare si kaka miti.
I'm telling you, those two are institutions.
They eat meat.
Yeah, you can find they eat meat, but not everybody gets the meat.
Yeah, I'm scared of those guys.
Basically, at the end of the day, unakuwa umekula 5 times. But as all rehabs are, there's a time for kila mtu anafunga shughuli zao, unaingia nini?
Wapi?
Kwa hizo houses ama hizo place mnadozi. Ama hizo place mnakaanga. Like, you should not be outside past this time. So, in this, the last rehab I was, ilikuwa 6. In Mathare, it's 4. So by 4 p.m, everyone is inside. Ndio wazimu zako zikikuonyesha uchangamke ukiwa ndani. Yeah, so the experience in Mathare wasn't bad. I'd say the first time I went there, that was in 2023, like 2 years after nimeanza campus. Hapo nisha fumble degree. Hapo nisha fumble degree.
Yeah. Wait. So that you can join the new school. Ulikuwa ushaenda Mathare mara mbili?
Now the second time I went to Mathare, I was already in the new school. Nilikuwa nisha fumble degree ya kwanza. So hiyo ndio.
Nimeenda ya pili.
Nimeenda ya pili.
Okay. I'll study.
Hata ya pili siji nitamaliza. Sasa niko deferment but nitamaliza. Yeah, so after the first time I just went to Mathare, there's something in my life that happened I've never experienced before. So before I was admitted, I didn't actually squat my dose for like 3 days. Yeah, like your process yote ya kuadmitiwa, I hadn't slept for 3 days. So there's a time your day ya kuadmitiwa. There's a time this cat comes to me, and Asoja alikuwa na my brother's dad alikuwa ameninunulia maziwa. So I'm there, nimetoboa na kunywa, like I was gonna notice I was hungry. So I was drinking milk, like, wow, this milk tastes so good. And then I see a cat coming. Inakuja, cats like milk and stuff. Inaanza what do cats do on your feet? Inaanza
Inazunguka.
Yeah, inakuzunguka. So I was like, yeah, this cat wants milk. Imagine I poured the milk on the floor. I didn't even think that the cat can't drink. The cat can't drink milk from the floor. So that's how disconnected from reality I was. And there's actually a photo that my mom took me, and I was black. Like my skin was dark. My eyes were bloodshot. Like ilikuwa nimetsizi. Yeah, so after that experience, I had an awakening. Like, hey, yo, like, bro, what the fuck are you doing with life? I actually started to read the Bible from Genesis. Niliachia hapo ni Leviticus. I've always wanted to read the whole Bible from Genesis. So every time I try, I leave it somewhere. But at least this is the second attempt, so I'll continue from Leviticus this time. So I just started doing new stuff. I started reading, and my mind started opening up slowly, and I was getting back to normal. I was getting sleep, even without the meds.
Getting better.
Yeah, because I needed that medicine to sleep. Within 6 months, I was good. I was back to music production. I was making beats. They were sounding good. Like, if you go to my YouTube channel and check the content I released last year, it's just so good.
Oh.
Out of views.
Hapo ndo ulirecord akina Elvis.
No.
See last year?
Akina Elvis we recorded last year, but one.
Aye.
Yeah. The whole of last year, from March, May, April, the whole of last year, from May, I was just by myself. So that's why I started doing this remix. Nimefanya remix kadhaa, and I was able to understand the song. There's this remix, Rise. I think I'll use it. I'll use it to start and finish the episode. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. And that's when I developed this sixth sense. That's when it came to action. Remember when I realized I had a sixth sense?
Yeah.
When I was...
Yeah.
When I was entering college.
Campus.
Yeah, that's when I realized...
College.
Because those who don't make it to university get to be get to be included in that. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's when I put my sixth sense to action, and I started making good tracks, songs that I liked, and that was 6 months after May. January, February, March. After March, I was admitted March 3rd. I confused March and May. I don't know why.
Because they started the name.
Yeah, so March, the third month, the third day, that was when I was admitted, and 6 months after I was good. And this being good made me think that I was actually good. And I relapsed just like that. Leo relapse ilikuwa mbaya. Ada zile drugs nilikuwa natumia MMU, I feel like it wasn't as bad as this second time that I relapsed. Because when I relapsed, I went hard on weed and alcohol also. But alcohol, I came to understand it. There's an experience ilinifanyikia na Chrome na Chrome should be banned. It should be banned. Unajua general makings. You know this is bad, even when you're taking it. So you have that guilt conscience running around. But Chrome, you're like, it won't be that bad. Let me just take it. I was puking air. Unatapika hewa, yani you're trying to puke, there's nothing coming out, but just feeling like puking, like it was so bad. Kasema Chrome, see. So I cancelled Chrome from my life. Mi sijai kunywa Chrome tena from there. So nikaanza kunywa brandy. Yeah, I was just buying brandy. Believe if you're an alcohol user and you just don't want to feel any hangovers, any bad feeling, those weird feelings you get in the stomach, just drink brandy.
From the expert.
Yeah. So I was drinking brandy. I was buying at least one a week.
Okay.
But I was going hard on weed. Every day, every time was just burning. Kila saa nachoma. Alafu nachoma pia kwa nyumba, like it was just bad. I can't even count the times I was caught with weed by my folks. So after a while, it just became chronic. Like chronic use of weed, like bro. Napata do tu hivi 90% weed. Yeah, so my second relapse was worse than what happened before I went to rehab, and I feel like this is a really important factor in defining my journey.
Mimi nimeshtuka umeenda Mathare. Going to imenishtu after that.
Let's go I thought I told you before.
Ukuniambia story. Ama uliniambia. No, ningekumbuka.
Like, I didn't emphasize it because I also feel like sometimes ukiambia mtu ulimeenda Mathare, they just look at you weirdly. Bro, you have a good life. You live in a good place. What the fuck are you doing in Mathare? And when you actually see it, when you're actually in my position, you'll actually see that Mathare was the best option. And this second relapse, it happened after 6 months, and it just messed me up because I had this realization that what I'm doing is no longer important to me. So I stopped making music. I remember there's a time I even stayed for like 2 months, more than 2 months, without even touching FL. I actually use FL. And I was like, maybe I've lost it. Maybe it's just gone. Like I can't get it back together again. And this was a contributing factor because the relapse was a contributing factor to this losing it, because my focus ilitoka kwa mziki, ikatoka kwa shule. I was actually a class rep.
Nakumbuka ukiniambia ulikuwa like, wow, I want to focus. Unajua nikiwa class rep I have to be like, yeah, I remember.
Class rep ako Madre. Yeah.
Ulikuwa focused in some way.
I was focused, but
hata ulikuwa unasoma unakuja unaniambia.
Yeah, but you know, the holiday, your December holiday, pili ni fuck up. Yeah, so during the holiday, I went hard on weed, and I just ika lose focus kabisa. So when I was attending my second semester, my mind wasn't in school. My mind wasn't on music. My mind was getting the next hit. Yeah, so after a while, my folks and a certain neighbor of mine saw that this was a problem. They saw that this was a problem. And I was now admitted as an inpatient in Mathare on January this year.
Endelea.
Oh yeah. So after that 1 week, a lot of shit happened. I think putting this thing into chronological order of what happened during that 1 week requires just another episode, because it was a roller coaster, manze. It was a roller coaster kabisa. Just that 1 week, those same people who beat me up, I was able to be friends with them by the time I was out. Yeah, that's just life, you know. So after that 1 week in Mathare, actually, what's up? Okay, so I think we'll take a short break
Okay. Yeah.
and come back.